Welcome to a short reflection by Sebastian Mahfoud on Canto XVII of Dante's Purgatorio. Upon leaving the cloud, the poets are instantly assailed by the next rain. Three scenes which play within Dante in holographic projection. A vision grew within me, he writes, and my imagination was so shut into itself that what I saw revealed could never have come to me from without. The first vision is of Procne, and Ciardi has the story that she killed her own son in wrath. The second is of Haman, who convinced King Ahasuerus to kill all the Jews in Persia, beginning with Mordecai. Queen Esther, Ahasuerus' wife, saved them, and Ahasuerus crucifies Haman instead. The final scene is of Amata, who kills herself out of wrath when she believes that Turnus is dead, and that her daughter Lavinia is going to marry Aeneas instead. Dante's visions are dissolved when the light of the next angel shines upon him. The Angel of Meekness guides the poets without prompting to the next set of stairs, and wipes away the third P from Dante's forehead with a fan of his wings, saying the third of our Beatitudes: "Blessed are the peacemakers, who feel no evil wrath toward any man." With that, the poets ascend, but they don't make it further than the top step before the sun goes completely down over the horizon. It's the second night, and they're stuck in that spot on the fourth cornice, the ledge of sloth, which Virgil identifies for Dante as a lack in spiritual zeal, an opening that provides him with an opportunity to begin a discourse on the nature of man's response to love that lasts a full 55 lines. Ciardi notes that the poets aren't stuck because of the law that Sordello explained back in the valley, because they've already made it to the ledge of sloth, and would therefore be free to roam around it at will in the same way they were free to roam around the valley. One may move horizontally, but not vertically. Rather, it's the contagion of sloth, he says, that briefly takes away their wills. So that brings us to the famous Discourse on Love. This is the canto in which the forced delay allows Virgil the opportunity to explain the structure of purgatory, in the same way that the forced delay of the 11th canto of the Inferno provided an opportunity for Virgil to explain the structure of lower hell. There are two kinds of love, the natural or animal love of blind instinct, and the spiritual or mind-directed love of reason. The first cannot fail, but the second can, and in three ways. The first way is to love toward bad ends, that is, to pervert one's love. Some think, Virgil explains, they see their own hope to advance tied to their neighbor's fall. Pride. Some fear their power, preferment, honor, fame will suffer by another's rise. Envy. And some, at the least injury, catch fire and are consumed by thoughts of vengeance. Wrath. These three defects in love are dealt with on the three ledges below, if unrepented, in the 5th through 9th circles of hell. The three ledges above deal with an excess of love of the created thing that causes one to embrace it rather than its creator. If unrepented, they are dealt with in the 2nd through 4th circles of hell. For now, though, the poets are on the central ledge, the ledge of lax love, which catches all who are moved to see good or pursue it, but do so without enough zeal. Since this lack of spiritual zeal is what characterizes this ledge, there is no equivalent in hell. The inhabitants here all eventually move to the good, where none of the inhabitants of hell did so, remaining forever in a persistent state of damnation. If love it is that moves us, then it moves us to itself, so that our work in all creation is the work of God. We tend his garden still, those of us who till creation in his name. It is through our response to creation that we are able to respond to its creator. John Paul II wrote in his Love and Responsibility that the only proper response to the human person is that of love, and that means we see God in our relationships with others. We see, in effect, God as relationship. We don't use others merely as means toward our own ends, but value them as imago Dei, images of God, as we work meaningfully with them as part of our participation in God's plan for our salvation. The wisdom of Christ lies in that interaction, in that in-betweenness we share with others, a power that makes what unites us stronger than what divides us.